안녕하세요, 명랑윤희입니다. 오늘은 4월 스터디를 왔습니다. 지난번 모임을 하고서 3주 만에 만난 거라서 책도 되게 읽는데 힘들었고 또 준비하는 것도 좀 미숙해가지고 걱정이 많네요. 오늘 과연 잘 얘기를 할 수 있을 것인지 모르겠습니다. 4월 스터디 책은 조서입니다. 클레지오라는 노벨 문학상 수상 작가의 책이라서 골랐는데 다들 너무 어려웠죠?
네.
다들 너무 어려웠다고 하는데 네, 이걸로 한번 토론 진행해 볼게요. 오늘 특별히 간식이 준비되어 있네요. 식진께서 하사하신
나 이렇게 들고 있어야 계속?
협찬품, 첫 번째 협찬품 간식입니다. 와. 맛있게 먹도록 하겠습니다.
누가 줬다고?
그 식진.
동아리 커플 있어. 결혼하신 분들.
아 내가 아는 그분들?
내가 아는 그
맛은 잘 몰라. 안 먹어본 나도.
아 어디 갔다 오셨나?
잘 먹겠습니다.
알겠습니다.
어디 갔다 왔지 근데?
일본 갔다 오지 않았나?
아 그랬던 것 같아요.
오늘 되게
근데
태국어가 팔 것 같이 생겼어.
일본스럽진 않다. 잘 지냈니?
맛있어.
맛있어?
맛있어.
맛있게 먹겠습니다.
맛있습니다.
그게 한 거야?
맛있어요.
나 방금
아 이거 내가 줬어.
혜영이가 준 거야.
아 진짜?
나 핸드폰에 써왔어.
오늘 시작했어.
아니 예뻐 올게 깨끗한데.
나 여기 있잖아. 여기 있는데 별거 없어. I apologize for number 3.
언니 넘버 3?
이 책을 고른 게 실수였다.
나는 이번에 근데 역대급으로 망할 것 같아.
내 생각이 돼.
할 말이 없어. 너 가출 해봤어?
안 해봤어.
근데 왜 했어? 너 해봤어?
저 해봤다 했어요.
왜 거짓으로 해?
아 기억은 안 나는데 했던 거 같은데.
뭐한 4살 뭐 이럴 때
너 아담 폴로야?
와.
브랜드 스토리지도 모르는.
한개 해줘야지.
아 웃겨. 그래서 나도 내가 이거 쓸 때는 거의 수면 상태라서 가지고 오늘 안 쓰면 벌금이다 이러고
그냥 뭐라도 써보려고.
일단 다 썼는데 오늘 와서 확인해보니 나도 답변할 게 없더라고. 그럼 뭐 그냥 토크 오래 해야지 뭐.
아 그래서 얘기한 정석현이 나 해본 줄 알았다고.
이거 희영이 노리고 한 지금
아니야.
저격?
아주 모범적인 삶을 살았지.
어? 아주?
자, 시간 없으니까 바로 하죠.
오케이.
오케이.
근황 토크부터.
맛있다.
해. 그런 게 너.
What did you do last few weeks?
뭐 했는지 기억이 나.
일정을 항상.
나도 일정 봐야 돼.
I had a lot of team gathering. I can.
Team gatherings?
Yeah, like 회식.
아,
About like, as long as if I remember correctly, about 6 times last 3 weeks.
6 times?
Yeah, because we have our new new team member. Named Jenny. So
Freshman.
yeah, freshman. So all of team member had it once, and just for like 사원급, we gathered and also we had it. And
Is it in your team or?
yeah, 2 of them belongs to our team, but our team divided into three parts.
음.
But none of them belongs to our parts. So I didn't have any chance to talk with them. So it was good to like communicate with them in gathering. Because if we only 사원 gather, there is not any like compulsory drinking or not any condes, something like that. So in kind of freely atmosphere. So it was good. And then yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
How old are they?
One of them is 26 and the others is 29. The 29 guys graduated from graduate school. So he had a 2-year experience. I mean, we can recognize him as a 2-year experience. So he's actually the same as me. So we are gonna kind of competitors when we promote it, something like that. Yeah. How about you?
난 한번 생각해볼게.
좀 생각 좀 해봐. 여기 와서 하지 말고.
So we had only
Sorry for
3
that.
weeks. Because the
yeah.
last study was
The term was
Yeah.
short.
it was
Ah.
shorter.
Last week I had time with my friend. It was like movie night in my friend's house.
So you
And
just
we
watched
watched
movie?
Sound of Music together.
Sound of
우리도
Music?
It's Juno. Juno's house.
준호.
준호 오빠랑 루리 언니랑?
And other higher members
아 다른 사람들도?
like Ara, Shai, and
Just
we-
one movie you watched it
Oh
together?
yeah.
Is it?
How was it?
That's 3 hours movie. So we, while eating pizza and chicken and watching the movie.
준호 and who? Yuri are married?
루리.
Luri.
루리 is not our
right?
university though.
Oh, but you guys got closer.
Yeah.
Right?
So you
And we had great
spent
time.
the night
Yes,
there
there.
in their house.
Yes,
Wow.
one night there, and it's free to stay there. Also movie.
You watch Sound of Music with alcohol.
Oh yes, but
Wait,
we didn't
isn't that
drink
movie like really peaceful and
Really old, right?
yeah,
It
old.
released like
but still worth to watch, I think.
I've never seen that movie.
You never?
No. I know some parts like they're singing.
on the hill, right?
Is the movie have any kind of 갈등 뭔가?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, it's really great story.
It
That's
doesn't
why.
have, but it has. That's what you're asking, right?
And I really recommend you to watch.
Right.
I really love that movie, so I asked them to watch it together. And even like Ara and Shai didn't want to watch the movie because they don't interested. They didn't. They were not interested. They were not interested in that movie, in that kind of old movie. But I strongly pushed them to watch together, and they really love it. And Shai really like crushed into that movie, and he sing the song from the movie all day long that day.
horrible.
So it was really
Cool.
good day, good night.
저는 I transferred, moved. 아, 왜 이렇게 피곤하지?
커피 너무 맛있어.
My house from Seoul University to near Singil Station. and I'm quite satisfied with the new house because it was bigger than the last one, and it takes me about 30 minutes from the house to my workplace. So
Wow.
yeah, it's made about half the time, commuting
Oh.
time. So 그게 뭐였지?
Anything got worse because of moving?
그
Like price or
the distance from house and to station is really long. As Seongyeon said, the station is about 10 minutes distance, but when I have to take 5 line, it is, what can I say,
yeah, it's usually
deeper, yeah, than other lines. So it's taking me about 5 minutes
just in that station.
from the entrance of the station to
You should walk. You're just standing right in the escalator.
No, the 통로 is really long. Like she has to like walk for more than 5 minutes.
So considering that commuting time still gets shorter, or
it's shorter and the location is in a big road, so I think it'll be safe for me to drink late
unlike
and take a taxi.
unlike the Airbnb you had it. Right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
watched
That one
that
is
one.
I watched it. I watched it. Cool.
뭐 있냐? And there are many 맛집s near there.
Your house.
그러니까 all the things I ordered to eat at my house, like 짜장면 or 회, I've ordered a lot of things from my house, and it was really good.
Oh, you ordered.
Order
Delivery?
뭐?
아 그런 게 있어?
It's good. It's good.
I felt I was in 광안리.
Oh, really? Because at that time you was kind of drunken.
그러니까 야 회를 먹고 드렁큰 했지. Okay, I will start the question.
Okay.
아 벌써?
근데 왜 이렇게 길어? Because of the book title, we already noticed that a person who reads a central lore in the book must be insane or will go crazy. Without that clue, how can you know Adam Polo is not normal, healthy man? Tell me the very first behavior or speech that you may convince he must be insane. Funny.
Yeah. Oh, you just read it, right?
And point.
Okay. And
웃기냐?
gotcha. And I'm gonna read next one, and I will point it other people. I mean, for the second, I think it can be our kind of rule.
룰?
근데 원래 이러지 않았어?
Yeah, it's not that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will apologize. Sorry.
Okay. The very first behavior or speech. Actually, I couldn't like point that his behavior or speech, but this book first part of this book is kind of describing situation around his place or something like that, right? And his explanation was really describe it in kind of super realistic way. 초현실적인. It's not a like detailed or
Hyper.
yeah, hyper realistic. It's not a like. It doesn't have any kind of logical flow. Just like maybe 의식의 흐름, something like that. He just spit out what he had in mind. So the way he explained it looked a little bit insane to me. So seeing that, I couldn't find out that he's not a normal person. And the other one is, I think it's not a first part of the book, but he imitated like a dog, right? Dog, right? And he really like followed where dog went and what the dog did. This kind of thing is usually not happens in our surrounding. So yeah, I can see from this behavior and the way he talked that he's kind of crazy, and he will go crazy. How about you?
Actually, at the very first page, from the very first page, Adam Polo looked insane because he, in the first scene, he doesn't do anything in his room, just keep talking to Michelle, who is not even there, not in his room. So I thought at first, Michelle doesn't even exist in the real world. So I thought maybe he's insane. He's keep talking to like imaginary person or something. But eventually it seems like Michelle really existed in the past. So that maybe 약간 섣부르게 인세인이라 판단했을 수도 있겠다.
왜 갑자기?
왜 자기 반성을 하고?
So the next behavior I chose was the scene that he killed a white rat.
Yeah,
You remember?
He killed
Oh,
remember
yes.
scene? Because he like before that scene, he seemed like he respects the nature and like being free in the nature, like interact with like plants or all the natural environment. But suddenly he kills a white rat in his room. So that looked like I don't even understand why he tried to kill the rat, because it's totally different behavior from what he showed like the just before, like before the scene. So I still don't understand why he behaved like that, like killing the white rat in a 잔인한 게 뭐지? Cruel? In a cruel way. He like threw the pokeball?
Yeah. Right.
Pokeball to the rat to kill the rat. So I really don't understand. He at that point was like I thought he was really insane.
Yeah. You can point.
Actually, his idea is totally the same with me.
His answer.
And I point that the scenery, he killed a rat. I couldn't understand his behavior, and normally if we find the rat, we are threatened by it, but he didn't.
He was like angry, upset to the
Oh
rat.
yeah, yes, and he has like and I found out like he has a potentially aggression inside him, and the reason I picked that scenery because other behavior or other way he thought, I think is not the thing that we can say that behavior is insane or abnormal, because normal person can do special like behavior, or they can sometimes doing some crazy things in special and so I think the criteria to distinguish abnormal and normal, I think is like if the behavior is 잠깐만.
알겠어. 울지 말고 얘기해. 괜찮아, 괜찮아. Keep calm.
If the behavior can regarded as immoral, then
immoral.
we can say that person is insane because like insane most 잠깐만. Most insane people tend to do something which is not which is unethical without sense of guilty. So in that point, killing a rat is not moral thing. 힘들어.
It's okay, we are understanding.
Killing the rat without any feeling,
Reason
any guilt.
and any reason and any feeling of
Sense of
guilty.
guilt.
So that's why I convinced he must be insane. That's it.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
어떡하지?
As
더
for me,
준비를 했어야 했는데.
as for me, I really hate someone breaking law, and I thought almost all the behavior of him was breaking laws, like rape someone or stealing something. So those from those actions, I felt he was kind of insane. And as you said, when he described the scene killing the rat, I felt really disgusted from the scene. So I was really uncomfortable reading this book.
네,
And I think the word is really correct that humans are social animals, and all the actions of him were intending to be separate from society. So those actions made me think he is insane. 그치?
So, well organized answer. Okay, next one. The author raises his skepticism about modern civilization. In that point of view, what did he like to tell us? What did he like to tell us?
Did you point at me?
Because
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing.
Yes, this question. I apologize again. After reading the last part of the book, they like describe what the author's opinion. You read it, and after reading that, I put this question to share. And
Actually, I have a question before you answer. Did he like kind of reflect on his opinion about this in the story of books? Like, is it? You said that you added this question after you read all the books and there's some
yes.
kind of translations and
Oh,
explanation
yeah.
about author, right? So in this like contents of book, did he reflect on this kind of point of view, like skepticism about modern civilization?
What part did
Yeah,
you
because
think?
I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't pin down. So
뭔말 잠깐만.
I
이거를 이 책에서 발견했냐고?
그러니까
그치.
이 해석 같은 거 보고 썼다는 거 아니야 이 책이
맞아.
이러면. 근데 난 이
네.
해석이 왜 이렇게 될 수 있는지 몰랐거든. 이 줄거리상으로.
본문 내용에 이런 비판이 들어가 있는 부분이 있냐고. 그러니까
있잖아.
그러니까 그게 뭐냐고 네가 생각하기에.
Yeah, okay.
그걸 물어본 거야?
어.
아 오케이. apologize again.
I just wonder.
Actually, I wanted to tell that point in sixth question,
Yeah.
but I will tell you now.
Thank you.
Actually, the last part of the book, there was a conversation between Adam and the psychiatrist, 정신과 의사, and the Adam tried to like express just his feeling and what he did in the past, but the psychiatrist keep like judge him and examine him like what is the cause of his mentally sickness, and just want to define him as a
as a patient.
as a patient. And I think that part is the 아주 잘 보여준 his skepticism about modern civilization, because 초반에는 나 진짜 이거를 한국말로도 잘 못하겠는데. 그러니까 아담 플로는 약간
건이 졸려 하잖아. 한국말로 해봐.
to escape the modern lifestyle and system.
That's right.
And the very first and the middle part of the book, the author shows how Adam live
Yeah.
like, and he is 그렇고 but 그리고 the last part, I think that part the author really show why he did like that, and the reason why he did is to show the modern civilization is not the only exact lifestyle to be live,
To be alive?
to be alive.
Okay.
아 몰라.
Thank
나
you.
모르겠어.
Answering.
이해는 했니?
Kind of.
Thank you.
That's it? Or?
I wanna hear from Connie.
Actually, yeah, the one he mentioned also included my answer. Like, he lived in the house where the owner is not existed at that time. So he just lived in the house where he didn't even know who's the owner of the place, and the house is not registered as his house. So like that kind of view lifestyle, he is like really don't care about like the modern society or civilizations. But that behavior could be also considered as he is really poor and he didn't care about like others. But at the same time, like Kevin said, he really like skeptical about the modern civilization. So like the way he live could be the answer. And actually, my answer is I wrote down like this. I don't know whether he is skeptical about modern civilization. I couldn't answer it. So what I answered was what I answered was that like when I read this book, I felt like okay, there'll be something in the last time. I feel, and I kept reading it, but it was nothing. Just like climbing up the mountain to see the peak, but it was nothing. So yeah, and what
빨리 apologize 해 빨리.
it's my personal
Okay.
no, it's my personal opinion. And I wrote down like this. What he wanted to say is, book doesn't necessarily have the consistent story or lesson. just listing up the plot or fragmentary story without any logical flow
Wow.
can be the book. Whatever. Yeah, I was really confused.
That's really huge conclusion.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What is yours? What is yours? I really wonder. What did you answer?
Actually, as you said, I also didn't think he has a kind of skepticism about modern civilization, and I think if we went into a forest and made some 오두막집 or something, maybe I could understand that he is skeptical about modern civilization. But as Bunny said, he stole a house from another person, even though even not knowing who has the house.
Yeah.
And as I said, all the actions were immoral and breaking rules. So 모르겠어. 그러니까 if he wanted to be skeptical from about something, maybe his actions should be understandable and
just living in mountains or natures.
At least moral.
Yeah,
at least moral. But if his actions were worse than modern civilization, so I didn't think it is skepticism or something. 그냥 이해가 안 됐어. I just didn't know the reasons or his way of thinking.
But actually, author just put Adam Polo as to show his thought, and not the Adam is reflect author's thought. And also, I think he want to tell like author the readers is not necessary to understand his behavior logically, and that is one of the thing author wants
So
to tell.
what you're saying is that the thing that we see as immoral can be also the part of modern civilization, like that.
아 그건 아닌데.
그러니까 뭐 무조건 우리가 이해를 해야 하는 방식으로 뭐 살아갈
그러니까
필요
일부러
없다는 거야?
이해를 못하게 하는 게 작가의 의도니까.
이해를 하려는 행위 자체가 모던 시빌라이제이션.
왜냐면은 뭐든지 이성적으로 생각하고 합리적으로 생각하는 게 모던 시빌라이제이션 시스템이기 때문에 이거 자체를 부정하는 방식이 어쨌든 이 사람이 정신적으로 문제가 있고, 그래서 이 사람의 행동이 약간 원초적으로 그냥 본능에 의해서 움직이고 이성적으로 움직이지 않는 거를 계속 보여줌으로 인해서 이거에 대한 회의감을 표현하려고 한 거라고.
그렇게 대답하시면 완전 이해됐을 것 같습니다.
이걸 나 하려 했는데 써서 레이셔널 다 써왔었는데 문장을
어쩐지 책 읽는 내내 회의감 들더라고. 그 노린 거였구나.
That makes sense.
오케이. 알아봐 성현. You have to answer it.
I think the author might want to criticize people's behavior, like people living in a society they have to behave in a restricted way, like in a moral way. But Adam Polo, he refused to behave in that way, like standard living in a society. He just do whatever he wants, and even though he studied like hard when he was young, and he 저기 가문도 좋지 않나?
His parents are rich.
아 가문. 그게
되게
언제 나왔지?
명문가의 그 기사에 나와.
맞아.
신문 기사에.
아 진짜?
명문가의 뭐 자제로 알려진 뭐 이러면서.
So he could have lived in like really abundant, like rich house, rich family, but he refused to all that, and he just behaved what he wants, whether it's moral or not. So I think in that way, the author might want to criticize the way of living decided in the society may not be the only way of right way of living. So, but I don't. What I don't understand is Adam Polo still like enjoys the product that 뭐라지? The things that produce from the society, like cigarettes or alcohol. He still enjoys that kind of thing. So that may be 일관적이진 않은 느낌.
약간 역설적인. 애썼다.
Okay.
근데
What are you gonna say?
there are many parts. 그러니까 many values of the socialization and like that kind of scientific development of science is one of the value of modern civilization, but I think the author is not criticized about that point, that value. I think the more like lifestyle, how people think rationally and
Like
together or
relationships with people and 그런 것들에 대한 거에 좀 더 초점이 돼
좀
있고
더 관계적인 거랑
그러니까 물질적인
so
것보다는
just like cigarettes or something like that, or just part of story, right? That's what
그러니까,
you're saying.
그러니까 문명의 현대 문명에 대한 회의감이 주요 약간 쟁점이긴 하지만 그런 물질적인 그런 것보다는 좀 더 사고하는 거나 관계적인 측면이 하고 싶었던 게 아닐까 하는 생각이 듭니다. 라는 겁니다.
Yeah, that could be right. But also his opinion.
My opinion이었습니다. Next.
You are so good at Korean.
드디어 명예 교과 탈출.
Finally.
1개 국어.
아니 우리 이러다가
근데 자꾸 한국어 나오네.
1시간
어떡하지?
30분 만에 끝났어. 큰일 났네.
아니, 다른 대화하면 돼.
You can read it and point it.
2번 다 했나?
Yeah.
Why do you think author here awarded the 2008 Nobel Prize in Literature? Let's check evaluation criteria and score it. You. Your idea.
But you took it as the previous version, right? You took it as this book awarded, right?
Oh.
Before she
Yeah,
mentioned
but
it.
I found out this morning, like just before she told it.
Oh, you already knew.
어.
Yeah, because I searched on the internet and
오.
You should have corrected her.
오.
it also says here.
그건 뭐야?
어?
아니야, 그건
약간
다른
프랑스
상이야.
그러니까 프랑스에서 어떤 다른 상 수상한 자기고.
어떤 상을 받을
아.
그리고
거라는
이건 이
뜻.
책은
노벨이 아니다.
아.
이 책은 몇 년도에 썼더라?
이게 완전 첫 책이다, 첫 책.
맞아, 첫 책,
60년.
맞아, 첫 책.
10년.
아 진짜? 60년?
제가 한번 동그라미 쳐서 카톡만 공유했는데요.
그래서 완전 오래된 책이라고 얘가.
아,
누나 아예 안 보내 카톡을.
얘보다 많이 봐.
여기 있네.
뭐 사운드 오브 뮤직이랑 비슷하네.
63년.
사운드 오브 뮤직 59년작인데.
So yeah.
어.
So you already knew that.
Yes,
He-
but still, I wanted to check the criteria for Nobel Prize. So I searched on the internet, and I couldn't find the evaluation criteria for it.
맞아.
It just say like the Nobel Prize committee,
Yeah, decided.
the members of the committee
Ah.
just decide, and it only say 그 자격 요건 of the committee. So I really didn't find it.
What-
So
what-
I just
What is the qualification?
Yeah, what was it?
Remember?
누구의 추천을 뭐 받아야 그
Okay.
스웨덴 할리먼에서
아 진짜로?
뭐 그런 거 있어.
오케이.
그래. So just I wrote down what I think. I think showing what the author wants to tell the reader in effective way is the most important point of getting the prize, because he wanted to criticize modern civilization of the time when the book was written, right? So I researched when this book was written, and I also searched that the author based the story of this book was like based on the war of Algeria
Yeah.
against France.
어. 나만 몰랐어?
Algeria was like weak, poor country, and France was like relatively rich and powerful country. So that like fighting against a more powerful and modern, like civilized country, maybe what he wanted to try to say in the book. So in that point of view, I think the book I think that may be the reason why this book get the prize, even though it's really hard to understand and 난해하지만.
맞는 거 같아.
So 뭐 정리하자면 뭐라 해야 정리하자. To say
To summarize.
To summarize.
I think reflecting the time when the book was written is one of the most important part of the criteria.
The words and whatever. Okay.
I learned a lot from you.
나 찍는 거야? How about you? Yeah.
How about you?
근데 I had a hard time thinking of answer about this question because
이거
I-
찍을 때 되면 나 눈을 피하는 거야.
I really didn't know the reason why this book is such a good book. But at least I think the style of writing of the writer is quite good because throughout the time I read the book, I felt like he was a real mental patient.
Yeah. The author, right? Not the Adam. The author.
아, 어떠리? 새로운 시각이다.
So it is kind of PE or
아, 웃겨.
I think knowing someone entirely is really hard, and I thought he had a full understanding about mental patients' way of thinking or actions. That's why he could write this kind of insane things. I mean, insane words from Adam Polo or something. So I thought he maybe studied a lot about mental patients, and he tried to mimic that kind of speaking styles. So I thought it could be 노벨상 받을 만한 이유인지는 모르겠지만 it could be a good reason that we can evaluate highly about this book.
Yeah.
And I thought the structure of the book is really 특이하다, special. What can I say?
특이하다.
왜냐면은
Different?
Okay, different from normal books because it doesn't have any stream. 조서 뭐 A, 뭐 조서 R, E, all the things were different story.
True.
And
그랬어?
I thought it was really special that there was an article among the book.
아,
And
yes.
actually, before reading the article, I didn't really know about the story. But after reading the article, I just kind of understood about him
네.
because it was very summarized. 이거는 모르겠다. What about you, 혜윤?
I agree. The part you talking about the writing style the author did, like I was impressed that the way he described about the death, like drawn people. There were many drawn people in the book and described by him. It was really realistic to me. Like I can imagine the scenery, the scene, and it was really disgusting. And also the rat, when the Adam killed the rat, I can imagine what happened in that room. And the other thing is
왜 날 봐?
나 좀
너가
생각할 시간을
사실
주면
안
안 돼?
읽은 거 아니야?
우리 엿먹이려고 지금.
수상해.
And the story is not continuously
Yeah, it's not.
이어진다? 뭐지 그게?
Linked.
Continuously linked. And some story, even after reading whole the book, I couldn't understand what happened and the person in that book is existed one or not. I cannot like 그런 것들. And that's it. I gave up.
My answer was kind of similar with Hyun's. Actually, I answered it as I thought that this book awarded the Nobel Prizes, but actually it was not. So, but anyway, this got awarded some Renaudot.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I could answer it
Sure.
that way. There is like two main reasons. First of all, like the describe is really fresh. I think it was really, it might be really fresh at that time, like 1963. Like in these ages, there's a lot of surrealistic, 초현실적인 and stream of consciousness 의식의 흐름. I just searched it. We had a lot in this age, right? In this era, but at that time, I think this two was kind of rare version of explanation. So that would be one reason, and the other is also like the way he delivered the story, like the name of how I call context is like A, B, C, D. It doesn't have any like any how I call meaning. Just like listing up the alphabet, and also it included the like the newspaper, like just literally newspaper. So it could be also the abnormal way of delivering, and it included the letters and just conversation. So a lot of way of delivering would make this book awarded this prize. Yeah, I think this kind of two main reasons, and I try to find the evaluation criteria, but yeah, I couldn't find it, so I couldn't score it. But yeah, that's it.
Wow.
4, test number 4.
휴, 나름 3번 길게 했어. 다행이다.
열심히 했는데.
Who
아니야.
who do?
성향.
Number 4. Have you ever tried to leave your home and not return?
갑자기 질문이 확 바뀌었는데.
아, 얘 이걸 램수면 상태에서 썼어.
Sorry for that. Okay.
벌금 내기
Again and again.
싫어가지고 She didn't want to pay the fare.
히레오라를 써야 되니까. Keep going, keep
How
going.
old were you? And what was your plan at that time? Tell the full story cause to effect.
But none of us had.
He
I couldn't remember.
He made a story.
I made it up.
Tell us your made of story.
So it means 가출, right?
Yes.
Great.
I think most of people answer it kind of in the same way. I tried sometime, but they never recognize it because they return it so early.
Like PC방.
Yeah, like PC방 and spend it like 10 hours, but came back and parents gonna say, why you come back so late? Right? That's kind of what they felt. They didn't even know that. Why did they're not gonna say that. Why did you try 가출, right? If they gonna come back on that day. So 가출, I think, mean at least one nice day outside. So
you failed or you just gave
I
up?
kind of same. I felt like gave up. I felt so cold and I might be.
You.
And I couldn't say the main reason why I try is because of the computer. Because my sister and me were 3 years gap. 3 years old. He's 3 years older than me, and I like when I was about 10 years old, something like that. I'm really crazy for the playing Maple Story. I was really famous at the time. I also shown up at guidebook. My character.
아 메이플 스토리
Yeah, Maple Story
가이드북.
guidebook. Like I was that famous.
You-
So so I need to level
Like
up.
you're one of the rank.
Yeah, I was one of the ranker. I was really famous among Bundang. So a lot of Iljin came to my seat and give me some money, peso. So I gave them for my
Why?
일진.
for my like
Not bullied.
well going social relationship because they really liked me. They never touched me.
Because of
he's
Maple
Maple
Story.
고수, so
Ah.
don't kick or don't bully. Don't pick him on. Don't pick him on.
유유.
진짜 웃겨.
Yeah. So that one really made my school life smoother. So I need to level up. I need to level up so that they can respect me and a lot of eyes on me. Yeah. Main reason was the computer. My sister wanted to use it, but I didn't use it. So we had a lot of fought a lot. Yeah.
와우.
So you.
아 끝이야.
갑자기?
Actually, I kind of also expected that she would try once.
I had a.
Yeah, you had experience.
Why?
Because you're kind of so straightforward, right? Never like give up. on
No,
your-
my parents love me,
Oh.
and I was a kind of model student when I was young. But I think I turned abnormal after I got 20,
University.
starting to drink.
Yeah.
Maybe. 왜냐면은 before drink alcohol, I didn't have any. What can I say? 사고? I searched the internet. Delinquency, 비행.
Delinquency.
비행 청소년 할 때 비행 is this word, and I had a huge distance from delinquency when I was younger. 나 초등학교 때 유명했지. 나 막 전국 경시대회 이런 데서 막 우승하고 이랬는데
오.
뭔가
진짜?
중학교 이후부터 갑자기 애가 그랬던 기억이
경시대회
있네요.
출신의 희양님과 함께하고 있습니다.
제가 진짜 몰랐어요.
그럴 수 있지. Anyway.
Anyway.
그래서 할 말이 없어. What about you, Haeun?
아 끝났어?
응. 왜냐면 나 비행을 한 적이 없다니까.
I think she had some experience. 비행.
But I think how old were you? That answer is 21
Oh, right.
or something I expected from you. But anyway, okay.
없어. 나 혼자 사는데 내가 가출 어떻게 해? 자취하는데.
본인에 대한 가치는.
Me as well. I haven't tried to
You haven't tried?
leave home.
왜냐면
When I
she
was-
loves home.
Really young, like 15 years old. I just feeling like I really hate my parents. Pushed me to study all day and not leave me to play with my friends. So just in my mind, I want to leave, but I never tried.
Why?
She didn't have courage.
Warm house.
Warm house. Home home.
And I know they love me and
You don't want to disappoint
But she always disappointing.
them?
내가 언제 Oh, and nowadays I have desire to go out and live alone.
Live by yourself.
You are
And
thinking of it? Like
yeah,
actually?
I want to enjoy my life more free circumstances.
But if you search the 다방,
다방?
see the money, and you will
Yeah,
give
I
up.
always give up. And nowadays I really want to buy a car, but 현실적으로
Do you drive?
no. But I have a license and expired date is coming already.
Yeah.
I still don't have car, but I took it when I was 21. That's it. Nothing to tell you.
Why did you make this question?
Who did you target that?
I targeted her. And maybe one of you.
근데 there was one experience that my mother thought I was gone.
Oh?
But actually it was not that I was not that young. But after I got a job, I lived in 광안리. And at that time, I lived by myself near the 광안리, and my mother made an appointment to visit my house. And before the appointment day, I drank a lot, and I slept. I stayed one night in my friend's house. And at that time, I tried to contact my mother that I was in my friend's house and I will go to my house tomorrow on the appointment day.
Yeah.
But my phone was broke down because of alcohol. Alcohol came into my cell phone somehow. Maybe there were some beer or something on the table, and maybe some of the beer or some other alcohol came into. And my phone didn't acknowledge the 유심 card, so I couldn't text or Kakao Talk to my mother. So my mother thought I was gone and maybe more kidnapped or something.
I understand.
Yeah, I understand how I feel.
I apologize.
She couldn't sleep at that day. Maybe worrying about you.
But actually, it was not a day, but she came into my house on the day, so maybe just during the morning or something, she thought, where she is, and anyway.
That's better.
성현?
제일 안 했을 것 같은데.
What about your
진짜?
experience of telling conceit?
He spent it like how many years? 2 years in Indonesia? So any
뭔가-
delinquency in Indonesia?
최대의
No.
비행 뭔가 너가 해본.
비행?
술을 먹었다.
Actually, I really don't have that kind of experience because I could have if I wanted to, because in Indonesia, we can buy alcohol or like cigarettes, even wearing the school uniform. We can buy it. It's written like you cannot buy it under age of like 19, 20, but still we can buy it. Nobody cares. We can do anything. We can drink, we can smoke, we can drive.
Wow.
But I didn't do anything.
didn't?
Really?
No.
Of course, I drank sometimes, but I really
술은 또
didn't-
마셨어?
But I really didn't enjoy going to like club or something like that. I didn't enjoy that. So
What about
술은 먹었지만 비행은 안 했다.
what about smoking?
smoking? Actually, in Indonesia, so many people do shisha, like 뭐라 하지?
Like what you like?
물담배.
물담배.
He still does.
Does shisha have nicotine or some 유해 물질?
I think
Not nicotine but other things.
yeah. So some of people said it's worse, but
Yeah.
it's not addictive because it doesn't have any nicotine. Nicotine makes it. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And
Because it's vapor
yeah,
things, so it's more easy to
유해 물질 영어 뭐지?
유해 물질, 함,
toxic substance, harmful substance.
So substances. But it's not illegal because there are so many cafe for 물담배 in Indonesia. So like
Only for-
it's so normal. We just order like some drinks or aid with one of the pipe. So it's like it's just like cafe. We just talk and share the 물담배 together.
너 안 해봤어? Even when you were in Europe?
응.
진짜? 아 나는 넥스트도어에 사는 German friend 해서 시샤
기계?
기계?
Pipe.
So I tried at that time.
You pay money to them.
and there's some place that we could in Gangnam actually a lot. Not a
여기
lot.
레인보우 있잖아.
Rainbow is I think it's closed.
아 진짜?
We go the Cafe Slow.
I don't know where it is.
It's kind of
어딘데?
famous. It's where is it?
저기 길 건너 있지
Just
않나?
across the street.
레인보우 말고?
Rainbow. I think we been there, but we found it is closed, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe.
And it's too nosy and too
No, it's
loud,
not
so
noisy.
아
아
we didn't like
진짜?
it.
그거
Yeah,
조용히
we prefer
좋아했어.
other places.
No, it's not quite at all. It's
진짜?
really.
평일에만 갔어.
안 해봤다면 아, they just went
Just
there.
그냥
I just drink
cocktail.
cocktail there.
But it's fun. Like,
Yeah.
Fun?
응?
뭐라고?
응?
Sorry?
그러니까
그-
시샤가
이렇게
좋다는 거 아니야 그냥?
이렇게 뿜는 맛이다. 뿜는 맛.
Yeah.
Okay, but
yeah.
I don't want to
Oh.
try.
어?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
want
have
to
to
try.
try. Yeah.
Maybe that was one of the delinquency because my parents knew 물담배 was not good for our body. So I didn't tell them I do that.
So you did it when you're in school, right?
Yeah,
Students.
in high school.
High school.
아
Yeah, that could be a delinquency.
이게
So I will careful not to show this to your parents. I mean
No,
the video.
No, nobody cares.
there is no chance for them to
10 years ago.
see the clip.
10 years ago.
물담배가 더 안 좋다고?
그게 수증기
It is kind of
성분이라서.
liquid, so it gets absorbed well more.
But
I heard like that.
And also there's one point that we often enjoy it, right? We just like at most once a month. So if we like do it as often as cigar, it's worse, but the how I call it?
Frequency.
Yeah, frequency is totally
Very
different.
low.
So I think it'd be right.
And maybe the way we take in the smoke is different because
Yeah.
뭐라 하지? To do the 물담배, we have to take really deep breath, like until here. So we have to take even deeper breath than just normal cigarette. So maybe that's one of the point that's more harmful.
Yeah. She got shocked.
No.
So really bad delinquency. She
나-
shot
난 잘하고
at
있어,
high
우리.
school.
Two more left.
No, I mean all of us answer right.
응.
Yeah. So you can have breaks.
아 몇 시야?
어떻게 내 마음을 그렇게 잘 알고?
5:30.
딱 1시간 반 했어.
돌아온 시간입니다.
전물 좀 갖고 오겠습니다.
내
나도.
것도
모기 타는 아이들. 뭘 물어봐야 알찰까?
이 책을 고른 예은 씨한테 하고 싶은 말 뭐.
그래 좋다. 다시 네가 질문해 볼래?
아, 내가 해요.
소설이라고 다 쉬운 게 아니다 이런 걸 느꼈고요. 다음번 너 다음번에 네가
다음번 얘야.
전도 엄청난 걸 준비했죠 또.
왜?
준비했어 벌써?
셋째 난 3개 후보가 있어.
그거 뭔데?
이거
하려고.
해볼래?
뭔데?
어.
지금 그럼 말해봐.
일단 3가지가 있습니다.
예.
첫 번째는 90년생이 온다라는 책이 있고요. 혹시 들어본 적 있습니까?
아 들어본 적 있어요.
나
이거 좀 약간 베스트셀러.
나
아니야?
읽어봤어 앞부분.
90년생이 온다.
책방에서.
일단 후보를 다 말하고 제가 차근차근 설명해 드릴게요. 숨결이 바람될 때 두 번째.
나 그거 읽었어.
읽었어요?
그거 의사가 안
의사가.
걸린 거지.
이것도 엄청 난리 나는 거고.
다독하네.
클래스가 다를 거야 아마 이 전 책이랑.
클래스는 그 정도로 자신감이
그리고
있어?
세 번째는 그냥 좀 우리가 스터디도 하니까 나는 매일 책을 읽기로 했다라는 책인데.
그 책 뭔가 자기 개발서 같은 느낌.
자기개발서 느낌이긴 해요. 근데 일단 3가지를 저는 사실 다 읽었는데 예전에 읽었어요. 그래서 한 번 다시 읽으면 좋을 것 같아서 일단 했고 90년대생이 온다는 50대 CJ 쪽에 그 인사 담당자가 이제 흔히 얘기하는 요즘에 꼰대가 많다는 그런 곳에서 이제 어떻게 하면 90년대생 20대 후반부터 30대 초반 애들이랑 일을 해야 돼. 잘 할 것이다. 얘네가 이제 어떻게 보면 회사의 새로운 동력인데 이렇게 좀 세대적 갈등이 심하니 얘네는 어떻게 일을 해야 되냐, 얘네는 어떻게 생각하고 어떻게 회사를 다니느냐 뭐 이런 거에 대해서
재밌겠다.
풀어 쓴 책인데 90년대생한테 공감을 많이 받아서 지금 완전 베스트셀러가 됐고 두 번째는 이제 혜문아가 얘기했지만 이제 의사가 암에 걸린 과정을 이제 계속 투병 중에 일기를 써서 그걸 이제 모아서 이제 책으로 만들고 마지막 결말 부분은 이제 이 사람이 돌아가셔서 못 썼으니까 아내가 썼나? 그래서 이제 그런 책이고 소설이에요 어떻게 보면.
왜 소설?
소설은 아니지 픽션인데.
픽션이야?
아니지 픽션이
픽션
소설이지.
아니지. 백션이지.
그렇지 팩션이지
섹션.
그리고 이제 세 번째는 그냥 책이 왜 좋냐, 책을 읽은 도움인데 그냥 뭐 둘 다 싫어할 수 있으니까 이것도 괜찮게 읽긴 했거든. 그래서 뭐 아니면 뭐 다
자기 개발서야 세 번째 거는?
약간 그나마 자기개발서 책이 가장 짙어요.
나는
세 개
그럼
중에서.
그거는 달라. 나 개인적으로.
오케이 그럼 뭐 한 명씩 빼면 되지. 그래서 3개 중에 고르면 될 것 같아요. 전 다 좋고요.
너 뭐 읽고 싶어?
나는 첫 번째 거.
첫 번째 게 뭐였지?
90년생이 온다.
90년생이 온다?
우리 셋 다 90년생이니까.
그러겠네.
셋다 냈다 지금.
나도 90년생이야. 8땡이야? 9191이니까.
나 이거 할까?
근데 이거는 단점이라 하면은 불리긴 힘들 거야. 서점에서 엄청 예약도 많이 걸려 있고 내가
맞아.
잠깐 봤는데 그래서
맞아.
사실 중고 서점에도 없을 거예요. 나온 지
그치
얼마 안
나온 지
돼요.
얼마 안 됐지.
그래서 리북으로 읽거나 저는 이북
첫 번째 게
사고
두 번째 게 뭐였지?
숨결이 바람될
그거
때.
네 읽었다 그랬지?
이건 이제
조금 막 우는 거 아니야? 슬픈 거.
나 울었어. 누나 안
맞아.
울었어요? 울었죠.
나도 감성충이잖아.
깜짝 놀랐는데
감성충이야?
카메라 중에 갑자기 울고
아니 저 오늘 약간 화장 덜 해가지고
아이고.
안 찍히고 싶어요.
약간 순해졌어.
그러네 근데 진짜.
아 오늘 술 너무 많이 먹었지.
이거의 유일한 단점은 이제 구하기가 좀 어려워서 사는 게 사실 제일 편하긴 한데 이런 거
이거는 사도 괜찮을 것 같아. 왜냐면 나 이건 진짜 사기 싫었거든. 내가 처음으로 빌렸잖아.
술술 읽혔던 기억이 있어. 그냥 술술 읽혀 그냥. 한 3시간이면? 근데 얘기할
두
것도
번째
좀 많을
것도
것
재밌긴
같고.
하겠다. 두 번째.
아니면 두 번째 거를 다음이 희영이 누나인가? 그럼 누나가
난 두 번째 거.
그래요? 그러면 2대1이니까 첫 번째 걸로 하죠. 누나 할 때 두 번째 걸로 뭐,
내가
다 좋아.
해볼게.
그럼 남의 것까지 네가 정해주냐? 정한 거야 그러면 우리 90년대생?
네, 90년
90년대생이 온다.
90년 된지 90년생인지
90년생인가?
모르겠어.
90년대생이야.
90년대생.
내
이랬는데
아닌가?
이런 둘 다 아니야.
90년생이 온다.
90년생이
90년생이 온다.
아유 미안. 다음 책을 정했습니다.
저 나온 지 반년밖에 안 된 거.
얼마 안 됐어요.
제목 90년생이 온다 라는 책으로 진행하기로 했는데 이 선택한 사람이 한번 의견을 다시 한번 정리해서 책 3번만 투표해주세요.
제목은 90년생이 온다라는 책이고요. 일단 이 책은 작가가 이제 50대쯤 되시는 인사 담당 쪽이었나 어쨌든 정확히 모르겠는데 90년생이 이제 신입사원으로 많이 오고 있는데 그 사람들은 기존 80년, 70년, 60년생과 많이 다르다. 그래서 그들이랑 일은 해야 되고 엄청난 회사의 자원인데 어떻게 하면 잘 이해하면서 그들의 심리를 이해하면서 일을 할 수 있을까라는 고찰에서부터 시작된 책이고요. 뭐 4명 다 90년생이고 좀 공감할 부분도 있고 얘기할 거리가 있을 것 같아서 고르게 됐습니다.
감사합니다.
네. 아니면은 셋이 사서 나눠 읽어요.
근데 이거는 금방 읽을 것 같아. 이거 나
그러니까
서점에서 좀
금방
읽었었는데 훅훅 넘겨가.
그러니까 처음으로 설렜어. 처음으로 이렇게
빨리 읽을
빨리 읽을 수 있는
하루 만에
책인 것
읽을 수
같아.
있는.
맞아요. 사실 우리 다 험난했어. 처음에 경제책이었고.
아니 근데 이번 책이 진짜 읽기에는 빨리 읽는데 다시 앞으로 왠지 또 가게 돼.
그랬잖아. 근데 그런 게 의미가 없다고.
아니 나는 이랬어. 그러니까 읽는데 이걸 내가 읽고 있는 건지 넘기고 있는 건지.
맞아.
그러다가 초반에는 그래도 이해하려고 막 했는데
맞는데.
나중에는 아니야 이건 빨리 읽는 게 최선이야.
맞아. 아 그리고 이게 그 흐름이 없으니까
맞아.
뭔가 좀 되게 그냥 얘의 정신 나간 의식의 흐름이 계속되니까 책 내내.
맞아.
나는 내가 흐름을 놓친 줄 알고 내가 뭘 놓쳤네 이러고
하지만 그것은 존재하지 않았다.
원래 없는 거야.
근데 그런 거 치고 나름 잘 얘기하고 있어. 힘들게 읽은 거 치고.
질문이 괜찮아요. 질문이 내가 봤을 때.
질문이 왜냐면 책과 거리가 먼 질문.
질문이 괜찮았어. 어쨌든 책 골랐고 날짜를 부를까요 그러면?
날짜?
아 5월 아직 안 했구나.
근데 5월은 아마 다들 엄청 바쁠 것 같아.
맞아.
결혼식이
맞아.
많으니까.
결혼식?
난 결혼식은 없고.
그래?
아, 근데
결혼식이
그거
하나
막-
있긴 한데 언젠지
그거
몰라.
뭐냐 5월 날짜가 바뀐다는 거야 4일로.
맞아.
진짜요?
봉사활동.
나 4일날 못 가나.
근데 나도 못 가.
어.
갑자기 바뀌어서
맞아.
바뀐 그걸 공지 안 하지 근데?
그러니까 그냥 그 기획단방에서
말이 나왔대요.
혜린이 걔가 뭐 거기서
작업장에서
뭐 있어서 안 된다고 4일로 될 것 같다고.
아 진짜?
너 왜 안 돼?
저 그날 1400일이에요.
400일이면 400일.
사실
아니야 너무
왜
미안했어 미안해.
근데 사실 1400일인 거는 방금 알았는데 그날
1400일?
처음
나도 400일이라는 줄 알았는데 첫 400일이라는 줄 알고.
사실 그거는 방금 달력 보고 알았고 그날 나 형들이랑 여행 가기로 했는데 20명 중
뭐야 갑자기?
뭐야 1400일인데.
세 개나 겹쳤네. 큰일 났다.
뭐 셋 중에서 정해야 돼?
1일은 뭐
우리-
기념할 만한
그러니까
건가?
아니 근데 1000일 넘으면은 안 챙기지 않아?
달력에 이렇게 적혀있길래 그냥 자동 저장이거든요.
1400일이면 도대체 얼마나 만난 거지?
1400일이면은
4년?
4년 넘 4년.
아니 안 만난 거지.
진짜 오래됐다.
11일날 하지 그러면 11일날이었는데 원래 아무것도 없는 거면은
원래 11일이 봉사하기로 했던 거니까
4일로
원래
옮겨지면 뭐 11일로
11일로 하면 되지.
형 11일 해? 응.
11일?
아니면 18일도 괜찮아.
18일은 저 회사 워크샵을 가요. 18일. 그러니까
야,
토요일에
빨리 왔어야지.
근데 일찍 올 수 있는데 일찍 올 수 있을 거예요. 왜냐면 보통 금토 가거든. 토일이 아니라.
그냥 10일에 하자. 왜냐면 나 18일에 나 그거거든. 1년에 한 번 있는 토요 근무거든.
나
진짜?
18일에 안 된다.
그럼 아예 안 되네 누나.
아니 그러니까
나도 안
나는 이제 1시까지만 일하니까. 끝나고
오전에?
오면 되니까.
누나는 18일 안 돼요?
나 집들이.
진짜?
쉬긴.
집들이를 지금 해? 이사했어?
이사했잖아.
몰라 나.
근데 이사한 지 꽤 됐어요. 그래 그럼 11일날 하기로 했는데 오랫동안 못 가겠네. 오늘도 근데 오늘 이렇게 조용하지 카톡방이? 오늘 하는 거잖아.
맞네.
근데 뭐
우리는 안 가니까
근데
카톡에서 새로
보통-
하잖아.
그런가?
맞아. 가는 사람들끼리 하고 어차피 별로 안 와서 더 그런 거 같아.
그러니까 그런 거 같아. 이번에 많이 안 오는 거 같아 느낌이. 성훈이 형도 지금 딴 데 가 있거든요.
진짜?
지금 거기 가 있어.
왜 이렇게 잘 알아?
세븐지 뭐 얼마 안 일면서.
나 인스타에서 본 거 같아.
걔는 뭐 맨날 어디 가냐? 좋겠다.
좋겠다.
그 형 지금 빨리 콘텐츠가 부족하기 때문에 빨리빨리 해야 되겠지.
인생은 성운처럼 살아야 돼.
그때 모터쇼 갔던데.
그 형도 이제
너도
또-
모토쇼 갔잖아.
응.
난안 가.
걔는 금요일날 갔더라.
반죽이나.
왜 갔어? 왜 가?
나 그냥
아 지웅이 형이랑 갔다 왔어요?
전지웅이 가져가서 한 거야?
응, 해야 되구나.
그러니까 해야 되니까.
오케이.
일단 다시
아 그래
시작할까요?
일단 정했고
어.
네, 일단 예약할게요. 5월 10일.
아 정해진 거야?
5월 10일. 아 집중하라고.
아 적어놔야겠다.
5월 10일에.
근데 아깝다. 본사 가고 싶은데.
근데 누나들은 4일날 될 수 있는 거잖아.
아니 나는 4일에 나 부산 가기로 해가지고 옛날에 했던 애들이랑. 그러니까 나 한 3달 전에 막 잡아놓은 거라서.
그럼 누나 기획 아니야?
어?
기획 아니야?
얘가 리더야
네.
심지어.
자 제가 하겠습니다.
무섭다.
5번 왠지 재밌을 것 같아.
반 누가 할래?
제가 하겠습니다.
네.
Adam did walk all day long following the dog. This kind of affair can be seen as insane. Sometimes people also do something that can be seen as insane or unnecessary to be done. What is your own experience which can be regarded as an abnormal action? I think 성현 doesn't have that many experience like this. So we can just answer in him first quickly and then
버리는 카드.
because they have a lot of things to say.
나 이미 좀 얘기했는데?
뭐 어떤 거?
아까 내가 얘기했잖아. 술 먹고 연락 안 해.
아.
시호이가 실종됐다.
버리는 카드.
버리는 카드를.
노잼봇.
얘 이만큼 준비하는 거 아니야 근데?
아 그러면 죄송합니다.
Actually, when I read this question, I really didn't have such thing as this abnormal action. So I 기억을 더듬어서 when I was a kid, like elementary school, I went to learn 검도 학원.
너무 방송객 같았니?
Yeah, I learned 검도 like
검도가
for-
영어로 뭐지?
검도 그냥
콘도인데?
검도야.
콘도. K-E-N-D-O. 아니면은 Japanese fencing.
아.
Japanese
Japanese
fencing. I learned it for about a year, and I don't know why I did that, but I made a rule myself that whenever I go to Komdo Academy, I took inline skating.
On your way go there.
Yeah, always.
Always.
like
귀여워 근데. 이런 상상돼. 완전 귀여워.
no matter what happens, like in a rainy day, snow, or like even though the road is on like ice on the road, no matter what, I took inline skating to go there. I don't know why, but
너무 귀여운데.
I really
아 웃겨.
진짜 지켰어.
About
Your own rules to go there.
Kept the rule.
half a year.
A year, for
A year. Wow.
내년.
눈이 오나. 비가 오나.
왜 넘브라고?
이게 대박이다.
그러니까 나 우성 쓰고 인라인을 탄다걸.
아 진짜 웃겨.
Anyway.
I don't know
That was-
why I did that, but
그래서
yeah.
귀엽다.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years old like. How old was you?
Yeah, about 10, 11.
Good boy.
인생도 뭔가 되게 모범적인.
남한테
공부하는 거 아니네.
학원 가는 게.
남한테 피해주지 않는.
웃겨.
Okay.
예상외로 되게 웃겼다.
You?
Okay. Yeah. I mentioned before. I bought the ebook reader. Ebook reader. 이부 미더기, whatever. 크레마 그런데.
크레마?
Modern name is Crema Grande. I take a commuting bus to go and back workplace. So I usually like the bus depart at 6:20. So it's really early. So usually it's dark, and because it's so early, the bus driver kind of makes some atmosphere for people to sleep. So like I'll say 90% people are sleeping in bus. But I was kind of not person who can sleep easily in bus. So and I feel like I just wasting all the time. I take 3 hours a day in bus. So I didn't want to waste my time. So okay, I can read the book. And
That's normal.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
There's one more thing. Because it's really dark. So I couldn't see like cell phone because it's really distracting the person who slept next to me, and my eyes is also getting worse. So the ebook reader had some kind of option that we can read at like really in dark, and that doesn't harm my eyes and it's really good. It's like reading a book.
But the bus makes the reader shaking.
Oh,
Maybe
kind
it
of.
can be problematic to your eyes.
Yeah, kind of. But usually, once we get on the highway, it's just straightforward. So
Yeah.
there's not any like. how
I know.
Yeah, bump or something like that.
I know.
But the thing is, I couldn't sleep before I bought it. But after I bought it, it's really sleepy. So like I was like this. So actually one day my friends, like my 동기, took me next to me and he watched it, and she said like it's like crazy. You're crazy, like because I like watch it and then fall asleep. Yeah. So after finally I could sleep easily thanks to the ebook reader. I always take it with me so that I can sleep easily.
You can take deep
Yeah,
sleep for 3 hours.
That's also 모범적인 인생.
The other one is just normal. As it relatively normal is that I talk alone. 혼잣말.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah, talk to yourself kind of often. And so like when I was working.
What kind of?
I think the reason I really like think deeply why I keep talking to myself, and I found the reason that like when we think in our brain, it's just so mixed and it's not like organized. But after we like really spit out or writing, I feel like it's getting organized. I think that's because why I keep talking to myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what all Koreans do, right? So I've seen a broadcasting program, and there were a lot of foreigners, and the foreigners said that they didn't really understand why Korean usually talk to themselves.
Yeah.
그런 거 있잖아. 가방이 어딨나? Like that.
아저씨.
Something like that.
After I had a call with some counterpart and I hung up on and 진짜 뭐 해야 되지? Like that. And my senior actually he answered me. 너 지금 뭐 해야 된다면? Like I didn't ask.
갑자기 conversation.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think it could be a little bit abnormal.
Yeah. Sometimes I talk to myself, but 희영이 answered.
맞아.
So I got 아니야.
You
So
got
the
scolded?
video I took Okinawa. I talked to myself, but she answered that one of the parts you may find.
Oh really? Which part?
Yeah.
Part 1 or?
Part 1.
Only part 1 is uploaded, right?
Yes.
Oh really? Maybe at the beer bar.
On the way to the apartment. I talked to
At night,
myself.
at night?
Yeah, at night.
Okay.
But she answered, so I was so impressed.
Taken aback.
아?
Taken aback?
그게 뭐야?
당황했다고?
어.
Embarrassed는 약간 쪽팔린 거.
아.
쪽팔렸어? 내가 말 걸어서?
정확합니다. 이런-
I was taken aback.
정확합니다.
적어놔야겠다.
이런 유튜브를 많이 봤어. embarrassed는 당황한 게 아닙니다.
아.
이건 쪽팔린 겁니다라는 유튜브 영상이 많이 있어. 뭐 what the Korean like frequent mistake that Korean makes. Embarrassed is not 당황하다. Like 당황하다 is sometimes like panic or don't know what to do or like taken aback like that.
Take
Taken
be taken
aback. A-B-A-C-K.
A P
A-C-K.
Aback, a word, one word, aback.
Actually, I don't really know what the other word mean. Maybe I can find it out.
A 100이 아니라 어백이라고?
그러니까 발음이 그거야.
Aback.
아니. 아니야.
근데 그냥 놀랬다 이렇게 되는데 딱히 이 부사의 뜻은 없는 것 같아. 오케이, sorry.
저요?
I'm taken aback.
약간 당황하다, 놀라다. Anyway,
Your
your turn.
Of no
When
action.
When I was freshman in university, there was a Mr. Pizza in front of the,
Yeah,
you know,
there
maybe
was.
you know, and we visited there in the lunchtime, and we ordered a salad bar for like six person, and we enjoyed the meal, but actually we got a message from the professor that the class was cancelled on that day, so we decided to stay there for that time.
Yeah.
For the class time.
For the class time, and so we stayed there over 4 hours in the Mr. Pizza, and among the 6 people, and 2 students should go to the class because their class weren't canceled, so like 2 hours they ate a meal there and they went to the class, and after finishing the class and they came back and still we are there.
Was it a kind of buffet or?
Oh yeah, salad bar
Oh,
was,
wow.
there's no
So you ate a lot.
limited time
So
limit,
you kept
so
eating for the 4 hours.
oh, of course we
course.
we eating, but we just stayed there, and after they came back and we asked the clock there, and they were here 2 hours ago, so is it okay if we eating together and we start again the meal?
Oh, okay.
왜 그래 구질구질.
Oh, at that time we were really poor students, all of us. So that was our episode, which can be seen as an abnormal.
It was.
Yeah, and that was good memory for me.
Isn't there any other experience? Maybe
More
you have
than
more
that?
ideas.
Um,
It was not that funny as expected.
웃긴 건 없는데? Maybe when I was 21, we planned to go to MT, like about like 10 people together, but some of the member announced that they cannot come, like so 10 to 6 the people gathered. 6 people only can gather to go empty, so we canceled the place to stay, and we decided just tour the Seoul, and we have no like destination to go actually, so we decided to like throw a dice, and if there's a 4, we can just go 4
Line?
stations
From here?
from
stations?
Wangsimli to like Sinchon direction, and we like we took off at Sinchon station because of the dice tell us to go there.
8 o'clock.
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Oh.
and we ordered kimchi and 매화수. So maybe each one had one 매화수 bottle,
Wow.
I think. And one of the friends were drunk. 권희진.
어?
권희진 취해가지고.
그 얘기하고 있었어?
drunk. And we went to a class.
아,
And
맞아.
because it is a 연극 class, so we always give some speech
Oh.
at the class.
Mhm.
And she suddenly said, 고백할 것이 있습니다.
진짜 웃겨.
Maybe I wanted to confess that I drank 매화수 before this class, and I want to apologize to professor or something. So at that time, the professor was really mad.
Oh, really
And
bad?
her?
Really?
뭐 하는 짓이야, 막 약간 like
수업
that.
전에 술 먹고 오니까.
정신 진짜 you guys are insane or something. And
That was exactly insane.
It's kind of acceptable.
maybe that's why I didn't get a good grade
그냥
from the class.
me too. I got C. B minus.
나는 B+, maybe.
잘 맞아.
근데 I was really good at
B+이었나?
the test from the class, but even though I
Like-
didn't get A,
Attitude
Oh.
or
and
bad attitude.
and actually what I wanna originally say is the experience when I was a middle school student. And at that time, as I said, I was a model student, so I always study at my room after dinner or something. So I was studying in my room, and there was a veranda next to my room.
Yeah.
And suddenly I wanted to get some snack from the veranda. But actually, if I go outside the room with the door, my parents said we would think that I'm not concentrating on the study.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to disappoint them. So I tried to go beyond the window to the veranda.
There were snacks at the time.
어, 그래서 but I failed
You screamed.
because I fell down from the window. And there was a sound, 쿵, and my father came to me and what are you doing? And I just, what can I say, made 변명 at that time, and my father said that I can't say anything but you are insane or mentally depletion. 그랬습니다.
Two.
So cute.
Yeah.
왜 그랬지? 그랬습니다. And all the people answered right?
Yeah.
아 그래? Okay. Next.
Last one.
Last one.
I don't think we need to.
Why? Why?
Sick. Actually, I
Very
wrote down a lot
important.
of things.
Oh,
You start.
are you gonna swear?
No,
Honest review.
I'm not gonna swear.
Can I be honest?
어?
정말 honest하게.
응. 응. 아 여기 아니스 써있구나.
Be honest.
To be honest,
아니 이거 질문 먼저 읽어줄래?
share your honest review about the book and mark the score with stars up to 5 stars.
5 star.
아 내가 지정하면 되는구나.
Yes.
그냥 너가 먼저 해.
그래.
나?
본인이 할 때는 지정이고.
기회도 불만?
이거 벌써 듣다니.
To be honest, I don't really like this book because
마상.
이거 해?
because there's nothing.
뭘 얘기하려고 이거 해.
얘 지금 별을 하고 있어.
오.
지금 반 개만 색칠할 것 같아.
반에 반.
Keep going. Sorry.
Sorry.
Disturbing.
There's nothing that is clear in this book. like we don't know. Actually, we are not really sure that he doesn't know what he did like in the past, and we don't know one of the main character, Michelle, really exists, and we don't know what he did to her. Like we can guess, but it's not really obvious. And for the conclusion, also like 뭐라 하지? 약간 뭔가 끝난 기분이 없어야 되나?
열린 결말.
So we don't know what's gonna happen next, or what really happened in the past. We are not sure any of them. So that may be the author 의도 뭐라?
Intention?
That may be the author intent, but I personally don't really like that kind of way of way of the story. But one thing I like for this book is that the author really describes a person thinking and behavior, a person with a person who is mentally unstable and may be mentally ill.
Yeah.
So that kind of description in detail, I want to respect the author.
Phew. So you're stars.
Star.
두근두근.
One.
One, yeah. Honest guy.
다음.
Another honest guy.
You?
Okay. I gonna answer in two point of view. When I like just focused on the material of books, like Sanghyun said, it's really difficult, and I really didn't know what's going on and what he wanna try to say, and like what I didn't even know what even the conclusion, like so what did like that. So I think it's not appropriate for debating in kind of this study group. So I think it's kind of wrong selection. Personally. So yeah, there's no like any. I'm personally saying that there's no any like opinions or some kind of controversial issue that we can decide whether it's good or not or like that. So yeah, in that point of view, the book is kind of selected.
쿠사삭.
But in other point of view, broken. Yeah. But like Kian said that, although the book was not appropriate, we did it not proper. But we are doing our like debating, studying really well. I think that's because the question she prepared was really organized and like kind of good combination with the story of books and some like personal opinion experience that we can share. So I can give the book 1 star. Question like all this.
네, 별이 10개.
Question is 4 star.
오.
But like listening to what you said, and this book, maybe we are kind of really rational and normal people, right? But maybe for the people who have some kind of mental illness or some mentally diseased people, maybe if they read this book, they can
Understand?
I mean, not understand, but
They can emphasize.
you said that he is really deep understanding with the kind of mental problems thing. So for them, maybe could read it really easy.
For them,
or,
this book would be good book.
how to say?
Maybe I will say.
How to say? I think the author is really deep
Oh.
understanding in it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
the book is kind of.
one star, one star.
The question is good. First
One
time.
star, one star.
Average 1 star.
Average.
So far.
I will downgrade that.
You can answer first and then you can conclude. So
Okay.
yours.
Actually, I had the toughest time among our study experiences.
It's okay.
And what I like about novel is that it has a 기승전결.
Yeah.
Actually, it is really difficult in English. It's introduction, development, turn, development.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's 기승전결 in
기승전결,
English.
okay.
Or 4 steps in composition.
Yeah.
I've searched it, and actually, it doesn't any have 기승전결.
It has.
For me, it's not. So, when I read novel, I always read it. What can I say? Interestingly, to find the conclusion of the book.
Yeah.
But actually, there is no conclusion in this book, so it was hard for me to read. I think it was hard for me to finish the book. And should I say more?
You don't have to. You can
Please
score.
stop.
Yeah. You can score.
I wanna give
Oh.
half star.
진짜 가슴
Heartbreaker. Anyway, what about your opinion for the book?
I will.
Actually, I want to ask you, what brings you choosing this book?
그냥 지는 집에 있는 거. 이게 있는 거야. 세계 문학 전집이 지는 집에 있는데.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
And I picked because the author got Nobel Prize, so I wanted just why this book got awarded.
So you didn't have any background of this
No,
book?
nothing.
Okay.
So you thought you
And-
got some lessons from the book, but you didn't, right?
I didn't expect lessons, but maybe there has a story. And I think
Yeah.
there is a story actually, and it is hard to notice, but there was the opinion about what the author want to tell actually. So I think it's good book.
Finally, eventually, it's a good book.
Good to read because it is not fun. It is boring, but just can guess why he behaved like that or why the author make this character. Maybe we can just try to figure out.
Makes us figure it
Yeah,
out.
make me to think and guess. I think that is what book have to do for readers to think a lot.
그런 부분을 찾아보고 있는 거지. 우리는 못 찾아.
But I know it's really difficult to find. But anyway, so I will give 3.5 stars for this book. And I think it's worth to
Yes.
read one time in
True,
my
true,
life.
true.
Maybe if without this study, maybe I will not finish. I couldn't finish the book,
True.
but
Right.
thanks to the study and thanks to the member of the study picked up this book, we made it.
You made it, yeah.
to finish the book.
How long did it take to finish it?
I think 5 to 6 hours.
5 to 6 hours. So you made it in a day or you just
2 days.
2 days? Wow. I think I spent about more than a week.
음.
I gave up and restarted
Ah.
like that. 새로운 마음.
아, 웃겨.
I think I'm the one who got this book very first.
Oh, right.
Among us.
아,
And I
성현 and I finished this book today morning.
Today afternoon.
after that,
어,
and I already told you I really impressed about the last part of the book.
you can yeah.
yeah, the last part was readable. Like
Ah,
reading.
yeah.
아. 그나마.
Relatively.
At least we could understand what's going on.
Oh
Just
yeah.
This page, right? Like from here.
아니 말고
제일 필요해.
이거 얘기하지.
아 여기 엄청 좋지.
해설 말고 그 전에
아,
이제
오케이,
conversation
아 오케이 오케이.
그나마 제일
아.
이성적인 부분이었어.
아 오케이 오케이.
가장 그 obviously하게
아, 정상인이 나오니까.
아.
Okay. But I
Thanks,
think
you
we
guys.
have about 30 minutes.
Left.
Maybe we can discuss some other things.
Yes, we can.
시사가
Oh,
영어야.
did you guys see
Fire?
the fire?
네,
어,
Yeah, I saw it.
Not yet.
어?
뭐 난개시야 또.
보려고
사람 죽고 막 난리 났는데.
몰랐어. because
Do you guys the main cause of it?
응? No, I don't know.
I heard that some LPG tank exploded. That's
Really?
the starting point of fire.
Mm.
But some people say it's like some cigarette like destroyed whatever. So
나 뭐
개패기?
지진 난 줄 알았어. 이렇게
어.
그 밤에 어제 밤에 뉴스 보는데 막 되게 막 다 막 건물 무너져 있고 막 이런 거 알고 지진이 났나 이랬는데 불 때문에 그랬다.
and I saw some picture that there's some apartment in Sokcho and like really only like 200 meters away there's like a really big fire and apartment is right in front of it.
맞아.
And the thing what makes the firefighter how I call dragging the put up the fire is there's a really heavy wind. So big, so the water it's not a water, but the water couldn't even approach it. Like keep like
아, 방향이.
yeah, like diverse, and you know because of the wind, the fire is really spread easily. And the apartment is like if I live in there, I would just feel away.
yeah, so
right
scary.
away. Yeah, so hard.
But I didn't watch it yet.
Because your finger is too expensive.
No,
This time people say that the government is doing well about the
really?
fire.
Oh,
and
really?
why? What did they do?
그냥 그 조치들이
Mm.
그냥 좀 약간 빠르다고 해야 되나 그냥?
They compare with
Oh,
the previous
like a
governments,
shelter?
maybe.
They take fast steps like make a shelter and 농협 뭔가 이 지사장 농협의 뭔가 대표 representative went there and give some seed for the farmers because 작물 were destroyed.
Yeah.
Just giving the seed?
And some give some what can I say 기부금 for the people to make the house
Yeah.
or something. 그래서 그런 게 좀 빨리 처리가 되고 있다고 하던데.
But she's conservative, so she's not gonna.
근데 그냥 언론 플레이
My point.
됐어.
언플?
이낙연 잘하고 있다고 막.
Yeah, I think Mr. How I call 총리, he's really like considered as good.
그리고 막 그런 영상 떠돌더라고. 걔가 이제 막 그 재해민들이랑 have a conversation and
Then
showing.
되게 근데 그거를
showing off.
showing off.
되게 그러니까 막 그 뭐라 그래야 되냐 좀 공감해주면서 말을 막 잘한다고 막 되게 이렇게
Yeah.
거리 두면서 얘기하지
True.
않고 그렇다고
And
하더라고.
also in it's really hard to explain. 인사청문회. Also 총리 and all the 장관 should went through the 인사청문회.
국무총리 is a prime minister.
Yeah, prime minister.
And
And when he's 인사청문회, he always like the conservative party really try to swear at him about his background or something like that. But there's not much thing to cover. And also he really dealt with their question and like answer it so like smartly and quickly. So some so I think he's kind of maybe there's some really like distinct and different opinion among with the President Moon, but for him I think he's kind of considered good in both party.
근데 왜냐면 원래 he was famous for the good work.
Yeah.
왜냐면은 when I was a university student, I had interview with the secretary of 이낙연.
Secretary.
When he was not 국무총리, he was just
He was what?
국회의원
국회의원?
at that time. 근데 그래서 I've heard a lot of work 업적 of 이낙연 at that time from the secretary.
What did he
Things were
do?
quite good.
Remember
근데 but it was
something?
about 5 years ago, so
You don't remember?
I don't remember specifically. But 왜냐면 총리가 우리 학교 학생이어가지고 약간 학생이래.
총리가?
비서?
비서가 우리 학교 출신이어가지고 그분도 대단하신 분이거든. 소매치기범 영어로 뭐냐?
Lover.
Just a robber?
무슨
아닌데?
샵리부터 할까? 샵리.
모르겠네. 왜냐면 저 secretary caught 소매치기범 for about
He or she.
he for 3 times.
Really.
3 times?
Wow.
그러기 쉽지 않은데.
I couldn't even witness 소매치기 in my life.
그래서 that's why I made an interview of him.
Do you make a reservation for that
At that
personally?
because at that time I was student reporter of 동문회보 alumni news.
Wow. I didn't know.
So my 과장님 made an appointment with him and I went to 국회.
오.
신분증 막 내고 그랬다는. It was funny. 뭐 없니? 얘기할 거?
He bought you a coffee?
He bought me a meal in front of 국회의사당.
오.
So it was good. 얻어먹음. 근데 이거 맛있다.
Maybe we could just we could decide the restaurant we're gonna.
And the review of today's
He just
study.
wait for that.
Okay. From now on, we will share how was it today.
참고를 하면 되는 거죠?
No.
Okay.
잠깐만. 보여? 너 보여?
하는 거야? 뭐라 하냐? Okay, I gave this book
Hello.
1 star out of 5. It was really difficult book, but the question was okay. So we made a great discussion.
별로 안 좋다고 들었는데.
아 그래? The question was great. So
오케이면은 그냥 나쁘 정도 아니야?
So it was great.
excellent.
Okay.
벌써 끝났어.
Yeah, the book was really hard to understand that. some part is still not understandable, and so it's not appropriate for debating. But Hagen prepared really good.
계속 부적절한데.
Hagen prepared really good
그만 얘기해.
questions, so thanks to her, we could go on our studies so well and so perfectly.
Before reading this book, I thought I love classic novels, but after this book, I don't think all the classic books are good.
Example.
Sorry to the 클레지오. R.I.P. Anyway, but I was really worried about the discussion because I thought I didn't have anything to talk about this book. But as Sungyeon and Connie said, the questions were good for discussion, I think. So eventually it was good discussion. Thank you. 이리 들어줘봐. Thank you for you guys to read and finish up the book. And actually, I was satisfied with today's discussion,
Yeah.
and I hope you guys think as well. And it was a great time again this month as well.
끝이야?
생각보다 괜찮았어.
It was okay.
아니 책을 읽으면서 아씨 이걸 어떻게 얘기하지? 이랬는데 괜찮았어.
과자도 잘 먹었어요.
응.
이렇게 하면 다 나오네.
그러게.
아, 근데 이런 얘기 하면은 또 술 터지라고 뭐라 할 것 같아.
마치왜?
어떻게?
뭐 먹지?
아.
고기 말고 뭐 좀 없나? 맨날 고기 먹어.
그러면 비프? 비프.
사실 강남에는
비프?
술이랑 같이 먹을 수 있는 게 고기 말고 먹을 수 있는 게 강남에는
항상 전제돼 있어. 술을 함께 먹어야 된다는
스테이크
사실.
그건 아닌데. 어?
스테이크 아니야.
아니야?
야 내가 고기 싫다고 했잖아.
아니 뭐 막 가끔 뭐 아구찜 이런 거 너 먹었어?
나 별로 안 좋아하는데.
아 오케이. 땡큐.
싫은 것까진 아니고.
어.
아니면 고기를 먹어도 좀 맨날 우리 삼겹살 이런 거 먹어가지고.
그래서 난
어.
새로운 제안으로
차라리
스테이크를 얘기했지.
곱창?
곱창 괜찮다.
왜?
아니야.
Why are you sighing? Do you have any 불만?
불만이가 있어?
Unsatisfaction?
불만이가 있어?
Unsatisfaction?
아니 괜찮아.
곱창?
아니
한
곱창을.
군데 가본 데 있긴 해. 괜찮은데.
그러니까 나도 곱창찜 엄청 많이 하는데 가면은 진짜 취할까. 술이 술술
오늘 다
들어가잖아.
처음 왔는데.
근데 오늘은 우리 술 적당히 먹죠.
맞아.
제가 타고 가야 되니까.
As usual.
아니 뭐 딴 거 있어요?
음.
곱창 말고.
스테이크만 아니면 돼.
그럼 이게 더 유리해요. 이러면
스테이크만 아니면 돼.
알았어. 어쩔 수 없지.
왜 자꾸 스테이크를 먹으려고 하는 거야?
아니 왜 맛있는 데
아니면
가서
샤브샤브 이런 거?
소개해 주려고.
별로야?
또 뭐
맛있겠다. 근데 샤브샤브.
샤브샤브 가면은
샤브샤브 가자.
사실 야채 같은 거 약간 먹을 수 있으니까 뭐 맥주 같은 거 한잔 하기 나쁘지 않고. 그리고 너무 고기 느낌이 아니잖아, 그건 약간.
아쉽군.
근데 샤브샤브는 약간 아무도 엄청 좋아하진 않지만 중간점이 느낌인데.
홍삼 곱창 먹어?
그냥 스테이크 먹어 이럴 줄 알았는데. 누나, 그 문장은 그렇게 쓰는 게 아니에요. 그래도 양보할 때 쓰는 거지. 그냥 곱창. 그러면은 스테이크 2개, 곱창 하나 해서 제가 사다리 탈게요. 약간 확률
뭐라고?
반영해서.
왜?
야 스테이크만 아니면 된다고 했는데 왜 스테이크가 2개나 들어가?
아 스테이크 하나, 곱창 2개지. 모르겠다. 형이 결정해. 형이 제일 연장자니까.
그래.
내가 연장자.
갑자기?
이형 90이야.
뭘 그거?
맞아 얘 90이었대. 빠른이었나?
빠른 친구들 다 90이잖아.
빠른 9일 아니야?
그니까 90이랑
9일이야.
아 그럼 9일이야?
넌 알아서 해.
2분 남았습니다.
아 어떻게 몰라. 나는
너무 두 누나들 의견이 첨예하다 보니까
어떻게 했어?
두 분이 합의를 보십시오.
1분에서 어떻게 했더라?
두 분이 합의를 보시죠.
왜? 그럼 양식 먹을까 그냥?
양식?
양식
양식이
좋아.
스테이크 아니야?
아니 근데 뭐 이런 파스타 이런 거
파스타
있으면
왜냐 나 고기 별로 턱 아파.
그럴 수 있지. 아 스테이크는 그럼 진짜
그러니까 곱창은 부들부들한데 스테이크 너무 질겨가지고 나 원래 안 좋아하거든.
아 그래? 그건 몰랐다 야.
그리고 나 원래 턱 약하잖아.
그건 알았어.
그러니까 스테이크 원래 안 먹는 거.
자 누나 저 끝이죠. 인사하고 이제 배터리 없으니까.
다 같이 안녕 한번 해줘.
이렇게
그래.
유튜브 썸네일에 넣을 영상 하나.
안녕.
오늘도 좋은
누나 썸네일도
스터디였습니다.
직접 정하는 거죠.
다음 스터디에서 만나요.